Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. So, I did a few calculations and it should be possible to use this interplanetary travel stage in order to get back home to Kerbin, but I would then arrive without any spare fuel left, and well, in this case it would be really risky, as this spacecraft was constructed before the release of KSP 1.0, and so I had no access to heat shields, and yeah, so I can't really use, or I can't really perform an aggressive aero capture maneuver. And yeah, in this case I think I need some fuel left in order to slow down once I have arrived at Kerbin, so that I can enter in an orbit, or that I can get back into an orbit around Kerbin. And in this case I think I have to refuel a little bit my interplanetary travel stage. And aside from these fuel issues, I found out why there is this difference between the oxidizer and the liquid fuel, and that is because with KSP 1.0 the nuclear rocket engines were changed and now they consume only liquid fuel and no longer oxidizer, and so that's why I do have now this difference between the oxidizer and the liquid fuel. And yeah, so I have to refuel a little bit this interplanetary travel stage. And so I think I will try to get some fuel from the other interplanetary travel stage, which is over there. I like to set it as a target, and okay, the inclination is not so much the issue, but we are ahead of it and we are in a much lower orbit, so we are on a much faster orbit. How can I rendezvous with it at best? Over there it would be there. Okay, well, I think I should do this at first. I should it flies at an orbit of 415 kilometers. I hope I do have the right target. Yeah, and so I think I will raise my new apoapsis, or my Duna apoapsis, to also 415 kilometers. Then I will see if I can somehow manage to get an encounter with it. This would be good. Okay, the maneuver will come up in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So in this case I can perform another quick time warp to get closer to this maneuver. And I'm not quite sure if I will dock both interplanetary travel stages together, or if I will just fly over with my Duna lander with a planet explorer and carry over some fuel and, then refuel my interplanetary travel stage. I'm not quite sure about that. At first I need to rendezvous with it. And yeah, I think we have to perform the burn on the nighttime side of Duna. That's really sad. That's really sad once again that I have all the time to perform my burns in the shadow of a celestial body. This is really a shame. But okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, easy, 1, slow down. Okay, let's come to a stop. Now we need to rotate the spacecraft around, and well, I do have some RCS of course left on this interplanetary travel stage and in my planet explorer, but RCS is not enough to slow the spacecraft down once it has arrived back at Kerbin. And yeah, I don't want to risk to perform an aggressive aero capture maneuver, because yeah, I'm not quite sure how sturdy these parts are, and I don't want to destroy my planet explorer. And yeah, in this case I think I have to perform the capture maneuver with my nuclear rocket engines, and I will not fly that deep into the atmosphere of Kerbin. And okay, now the apoapsis is now at 413 kilometers. This is good. And what would happen if I add a maneuver over here and I perform a burn like this? Then okay, it would be still ahead of us. What happens if I add an orbit then we would get really close. If I add another orbit, yeah, then it's not good. Okay, if I add one orbit to it and I would do something, we are still behind it. So there's a slight chance we can catch up with it. Not really. Oh dang. All the time I am. Okay, oh. This looks good. This looks promising. 2.1 kilometers. This is great. This is really great. Okay, the next burn will come up in 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's great. That's great. Okay, guys, you can now enjoy some orbits around Duna. You can once again enjoy the view down to your landing site and also down to Mount Ike-View. I think, is this maybe Mount Ike-View? I think this could be Mount Ike-View over here, this elevation. That's cool, that's cool. And so somewhere down here, or well, more or less down here, was our landing site. Then we drove up to Mount Ike-View, and then we drove over to the icy regions of Duna. This was a great expedition, and wow, it's so cool to see this elevation, to see Mount Ike-View over there. That's really amazing. That's great. Okay, wow, that's cool. This is so nice. And yeah, so I think it's really necessary to refuel this spacecraft, and once I am back in an orbit around Kerbal, I think in order to land the spacecraft, I will, yeah, I think I have to do some tests in Kerbal orbit. I think I will launch a mission that will deliver a heat shield to the lander, so that the lander is protected with a heat shield, and so can perform a safe re-entry into the atmosphere of Kerbal. But yeah, I think I have to test this before I will really try to, or I will really attempt the landing. Oh, dang it. All the time the same issue. I think I should have just used this warp there function so that I'm not overshooting, but I think we can still fix this, or at least I hope so. Once we are getting closer to the rendezvous with the other interplanetary travel stage. Okay, now, and yeah, as you can see, we are only burning liquid fuel, and this is due to the change of the nuclear rocket engines. And well, that's pretty cool. This is nice to know, but well, it's now a little bit too late, because this, as I said, this change happened with the release of KSP 1.0, and okay, 3 kilometers. What happens? Can we get this a little bit closer if we perform a slight inclination change? Easy. Okay, 3.1. Oh dear. No, the computer is no longer sure about what we are doing here. Okay, 6.5. 6.3. Oh, dang you, computer. 2.8. Okay, maybe something like this, so that we can get a little bit closer to the interplanetary travel stage. Very good. Okay, both Kerbonauts are happy. They are really enjoying their ride. This is good. And careful, don't overshoot this time. Okay, now I can turn around. And I think, wow, once again, this is Mount Ike-View. I have to check this. No, this can't be Mount Ike-View. Or I have to check this in just a moment. Okay, cut the engine. Very good. Okay, flags. No, it's not. No, this is not Mount Ike-View. Mount Ike-View is over there. Okay. So I was confused. I thought this would be Mount Ike-View, but it's not. And the computer isn't quite sure about our encounter. So in this case, I think I will just, well, we could arrive in a separation of 2.8 kilometers or even 200 and something kilometers. So it will happen in possibly 1 hour and 9 minutes. So okay, I hope I can. Why can't I? What is going on? Why am I not allowed to place a maneuver node down there? Am I in time warp? Okay, once again, something is really strange. So it will happen sometimes after we have passed the Terminator. So let's just look out of the window and wait for the moment that we cross the Terminator. Okay, now a target. Can we already... yeah, we can see the target. Separation of 45 kilometers. This is good. And I think I'm still not allowed. In 20 minutes. In 20 minutes we get closer to this. This is good. Okay, let's keep an eye to this. 20 minutes would be 4 days, 13 hours and 15 minutes. So maybe 49 minutes or so. That's really bad that I can't set up a maneuver node. Okay, we can see how the distance is decreasing. Very good. Okay, 45, 46, 47, 48. Now we are getting really close. So now it's time for our usual rendezvous ballet. I need now to find my markers. Okay, there's the target marker. And 3 kilometers away. Yeah, I think we can increase just a little bit our relative velocity. This is good. Okay. Very good, very good. And cut the engine right now. Now I need to turn retrograde. And while I'm turning, now we have reduced the separation to a distance of 100 meters. And well, although we can see the other spacecraft, the computer isn't quite sure if we do have really an encounter or not. That's strange. But yeah, we have now, we can now see the thing. This is good. And now I can start to reduce our relative velocity. And while I'm doing this, I can also trim a little bit more of the trajectory so that I will arrive spot on. And yeah, I am once again having the time of my life. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, now we're getting closer. This is good. This is really good. Now I can slow down. And... okay, really good. So, only 500 meters. That's good. That's really good. And yeah, we have consumed some more of our liquid fuel. And, I'm not quite sure. How much fuel should I bring over? Should I completely refuel this fuel tank, or... well, at first I have to see how much fuel is left in this interplanetary travel stage before I will decide how much fuel I should bring over. And well, we are approaching the upper docking port. This is good. Now we can slow down. Easy. Easy. Okay. So now it's time to come more or less to station keeping. And yeah, now it's a good question. What should I do? Can I? Well, let me at first try out this. What happens if I set this as a target? Okay, this should be not so much a problem. Can I control this whole combination, this whole constellation between the interplanetary travel stage and the planet explorer, or with RCS, or is this a little bit too unwieldy? I'm not quite sure. Easy, easy, easy. Come to a stop, please. Stop wobbling around. Okay, maybe like this. And can I control it with RCS, or is this a bit too unwieldy? Well, it's somehow working. Maybe I can really dock both interplanetary travel stages together. This would be good. This would be a little bit easier to exchange the fuel when I am not required to fly around with my Planet Explorer from one spacecraft to the other. Well, the other solution, or the other the other option would be that I will just reallocate the Planet Explorer to the other interplanetary travel stage and just use the other interplanetary travel stage to fly back home. But well, I have now used this, and this this interplanetary travel stage has also the advantage that there is some additional monopropellant fuel tanks, and this could be also quite useful, that we are not running out of monopropellant if we have to perform some mid-course correction burns. Then monopropellant is, or RCS is really very useful engine for this, a very useful tool to perform mid-course correction burns and maneuvers. Okay, now easy, don't be too fast, don't be too fast. I don't want to crash both spacecrafts. This would be bad. Okay, very good. So we are approaching it more or less spot on. This is good, this is really good. Okay, we are a bit fast. So yeah, it was doable to dock both spacecrafts with RCS. It was not too unwieldy. And okay, yeah, we do have contact, and now they just have to. What? No! Ha! I wanted to switch off RCS, and I hit the wrong key. Oh dear. Whew. This could have ended in a disaster. I hope you will now align. This is really bad, because I'm not quite sure if this is a problem due to the German keyboard layout, or if this is generally the case, because on the German keyboard the Z key is right next to the T and the R key, and yeah, so in this case I'm not quite sure if this is a problem due to the keyboard layout or whatever. But yeah, this was, oh dear, ugh. I hope I haven't. Okay, will you now please stop wobbling around, and will you just perform the docking and have a firm connection, or have I now destroyed the docking ports? I hope not. Oh yeah, okay. Phew, wow, oh dear, why are these keys so close to each other? Whew, this has scared me. Okay, 415 by, yeah, okay, dang it. But we will get closer to our Duna apoapsis, and we are right now. Wait, I can now get back to staging. If I shut down. Whew, the noise has just scared me. If I now shut down this engine, and we are, as I said, getting closer to our apoapsis, and I just perform a burn with these two engines, then I should be able to circularize my orbit again. Well, in oh dang, I'm still not allowed to set any maneuver node. Okay, yeah, we have not only issues with the control interface in our spacecraft, we do have also issues with our computer, with our navigation computer. This is not good. But yeah, okay, as you can see, I have barely used these nuclear rocket engines because the tanks are still balanced in comparison to this tank. Oh dear, and yeah, I'm down to 342 units of liquid fuel. Okay, I think I will now bring some fuel over and stop. Well, I think this should be now more than, okay. Well, maybe I have to start a mining operation down here on Duna or so in order to refuel this interplanetary spacecraft or this interplanetary stage, as I wanted to keep it out here in Duna orbit for the case that the Duna space station crew likes to get back home to Kerbal. But okay, 2 minutes to go. But yeah, but I need this fuel in order to get safely back home. So yeah, what should I do? Or should I send some fuel out here to Duna at some point so that we can refuel it? Well, this should be definitely enough fuel. Yeah, I think I will leave the 388 units of liquid fuel out here. And Yeah, okay, now I should have enough fuel so that I can return back to Kerbal and that I can perform a braking maneuver with my very own engines. Okay, 1 minute to go. We can perform now a quick time warp and easy. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Okay, now we can perform a gentle burn and raise our periapsis again to circularize our orbit. And getting closer, getting closer. Okay, yeah, the orbit is circularized again. This is good, this is good. And now we can enjoy a perfect view down to Mount Ikeview. Mount Ikeview is over here, so our landing site is somewhere over there, and the Duna rover is still down there. That's cool, that's really cool. Oh, I wanted to switch to this view. Like now, when we are rotating our spacecraft around, I'm not quite sure in which direction I need to rotate it in order to see Duna again. Okay, there's Duna, there's Duna. And yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, easy. So over here is Mount Ikeview. There is somewhere our landing site, and there's still the Duna rover. And so yeah, we can once again see our route. We began here, then we drove up to Mount Ikeview. From Mount Ikeview we drove up to the polar regions, the icy regions, and then we drove all the way back down to our Planet Explorer. Then we had our lift off, we returned to an orbit around Duna, then we flew out to Ike, we landed on Ike, we completed our Ike contract. And yeah, now we are out here, we are docked to the interplanetary travel stage. I'm now thinking about, should I deliver maybe some fuel out here to refuel it so that the crew of the Duna space station can return back home, or will I, well, on the other hand, I could use the interplanetary travel stage of the next Duna space station crew for their return flight. This might be also a solution, so I'm not quite sure. I have to think about that. But okay, this is good. And well, I think just in case that I hit once again the wrong key, I will just disable also this engine. Okay, these fuel tanks are empty. Over here I do have enough fuel. And yeah, before I will now come to an end of this very exciting episode, I like to... Dang it. Okay, so I think we have to get at first back home to our space center before I can join the Duna space station, because I just like to see how they are doing with their research. Okay, this is the Duna space station. Tom Kerman, Enford Kerman and Newford Kerman are still happy. They are now right above Mount Ikeview. This is great. And look at this. They have already generated about 8 signs. This is cool. This is really cool. So they are making some progress. This is amazing. They are researching. That's cool. They could transmit the signs, but I don't want to do this. Newford is, I think, still sitting inside the capsule. Okay, there's the sun. Can we see? No, we can't see. But oh, yeah. Wow, that's cool. We can enjoy another fabulous view down to Mount Ikeview and our... Yeah, from this point we can see once again. So, our landing site is somewhere down here. There's Mount Ikeview. And this is really a huge distance we have covered with our Duna rover. Wow, this is really amazing. This is great. This is so great. Cool. And here, Newford is still sitting inside the capsule, so Newford can now get out. He can now transfer over to the crew module. Okay, now I like to see Newford's point of view. Can he see Duna? No, he can't. Just can look out to the stars. But yeah, that's cool, that's cool. I like this a lot. This is great. This is really great. And yeah, so I think with this, we are coming now to the end of this very exciting episode. We have now prepared our interplanetary travel stage for our return flight back home to Kerbal. So now we just need to wait that these two planets are aligning or that they're in the right position, and then we can start our flight back home to Kerbal and we can deliver our science. And wow, I'm really excited about this. And yeah, so with this, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you had some fun, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!